there. Wanted to do a basic video on foundation chains in crochet. I'm going to do two types, the traditional one and then the type I like to use. You'll start off with a skein of yarn. Usually when I get skeins, I pre-wind them. And the reason for this is skeins of yarn come like this. There's usually a thread on the outside. If you use this thread, your project will get twisted. So I just recommend when you get your skeins, you look for the inner yarn. And the way that you do that is either you put your hook in there and it'll come out in one side. And when you pull it from this end, your bundle won't get kind of twisted. So it helps with just continual pull and good tension. When you get a skein of yarn, it will come with a set of instructions and it'll tell you like the gauge. So for this yarn, if you're doing crochet, it says suggested hook size and I. And if you do 3.5 single crochet stitches, that's what SC stands for, it'll yield it'll yield about 1 inch if you do 4 rows of those 3.5 single crochets. You can't really have a half single crochet, so kind of guesstimate. I don't really pay much attention to this. I just kind of use whatever hook that feels comfortable, and I kind of know what to do with my project. So if you need some help, let me know. But for this video, I'm using a size G, a 4.0 millimeter hook. The two chains that I'm going to show you is the traditional one. So this is a traditional single crochet foundation chain. And when you're looking at this foundation chain, you'll see little V's here. Those are your stitches. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You don't count this loop because this is the loop where your hook would be. So that's the number of foundation single crochet stitches I put in this chain. Once again, this V right here is where your stitch is, and that'll be important when you do your second row, because you'll either put it in the top row of your V, you can put it in the bottom row of your V, or you can choose to do your top and the back bump, or you can just choose to do your back bump. Oops, the back bump. So there's so many types. All I'm going to show you is how to do the top of the V to keep it simple, okay? So we're going to try to do this one first. So go ahead and leave about a 6-inch tail and create a slip knot. So the way you can just do that is twist, and then you're gonna pull through and kind of create a hole. Okay. You put your needle through here. You want your, I'm right-handed, so your thread is obviously gonna be on, I like to be on this side. So you're gonna hold your project. I usually like to hold my tail. We call this a tail, and this is called the working yarn. So to do a foundation chain of single crochets, you're going to do a single crochet. The way you do that is you can either yarn over like that. That's one. You see how there's one V? We'll just keep doing that. 2, 3, 4, 5. So now you have a foundation chain of 5 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually most projects will tell you begin from the second chain of the hook or the third chain. So how do you count? You don't count this. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this would be the second chain of the hook. So you'd put put your stitches in there. Okay, so this is how you would do just the traditional foundation chain. The way I like to do my foundation chains is kind of like this bulky one. It kind of looks a little 3D, and it's just got a lot more heft to it, and I like it because it holds the edges, and it's really nice. It reminds me of kind of when you did those lanyard projects in school. Maybe I'm dating myself, but it's a little more flexible. How do we do this? Okay, so if this is our intended length, our final length, the way that you're gonna do it is you're gonna have a tail double the size of your finished project. So I'm gonna have about that much. So that's going to be my tail. I'm gonna have that much tail. And what I'm gonna aim to do is I'm gonna put my slip knot right here. So the way that you'll do the slip knot, let me move that out of the way. Just easy is flip it over, and then put your fingers in the hole, and then pick that up, and you got your slip knot, and see you got your really long tail. So in order to get this thick foundation chain, you're going to use your tail to help create some heft. Okay, so the way you do that, you're going to put in your needle. You'll take your tail and you'll always pull it over and around. Okay, just lay it right there, and you can kind of hold it with your fingers for constant pressure. And then you're going to do what you do normally for a single crochet. Yarn over, pull through, you see? And then you have your V. Let's do it again. So you're going to take your tail, you're going to loop it around. You're going to do your working thread, yarn over, pull through. Tail, loop around, working thread, yarn over, pull through. Tail, loop around, working thread, yarn over, pull through. Tail, work around, yarn over, pull through. Okay, so this is 5 stitches of the type of single crochet I like to make. And then if you did the traditional one, it lays a little more flat. This lays a little more 3D, but you can still see that there's V's. So I'm going to take out my hook here. So here's 1V, 2V, 3V, 4V, 5V. So when you do your second row, you're going to put your needle through both sides. And we'll get into that as we go later, but I hope this helped in understanding how to make a foundation chain. If you have any questions, leave your comments in the video, and hope to see you next time. Bye.